Back to Inside Texas Politics. Neither Democrats nor Republicans really want to tackle immigration reform. They haven't for years. But a Texas Republican launched a new bipartisan push to take small steps to update our outdated immigration policies. Congressman Tony Gonzales represents more of the U.S. border with Mexico than anyone else in Congress, and he took our call from the Capitol. Congressman Gonzales, welcome back to the program. Last time we spoke with you, you said you wanted to start working on immigration reform, something Congress has kicked down the road for years, as you know. Just this week, you introduced the HIRE Act, the HIRE Act. It's a bipartisan bill. Tell our viewers what this would do if passed.
Yeah, Jason, thank you for having me back on. I'm excited about this HIRE Act. One, we've already got 16 co-sponsors. 17. We got another one today. We got 6 Democrats on it and 11 Republicans. 17 members of Congress coming together and putting their name on something doesn't happen very often. So I'm excited about it. Even more importantly, we got 30 outside co-sponsors, endorsees, if you will, U.S. Chamber of Commerce, American Farm Bureau, Texas Farm Bureau, National Immigration Forum, and some other groups as well. So it's a good start. It pretty much does 3 things. One, it takes work visas from 1 year to 3 years. It streamlines the process. There's a lot of red tape around these work visas. It streamlines the process. And the third thing is it highlights to American workers that some of these jobs aren't necessarily seasonal anymore. So it gives them an encouragement for American workers to apply for these jobs. I'm really excited about it. It'd be a lot of fun working on it.
And you're talking Democrats and Republicans there. Here's the last question on that topic. Going into 2024 election here, it's going to be contentious. You mentioned that right out of the gate. But do you expect any movement? Have you heard from leadership on whether it might get behind this, Speaker McCarthy or anyone else?
Yeah, look, leadership is going to be the last ones that jump in on the train to head down the tracks. All that means is I got to do my work. I got to take this bill from 16, 17 members being co-sponsors to 160 members being co-sponsors, from 30 outside groups endorsing it to 130 groups out endorsing it. So this thing has a long way to go. This is day one, but I am excited about it. I've had conversations with leadership. They understand how important it is. And you know what? Imagine if we could take one step towards immigration reform that tackles work visas. Why is this important to your audience? Well, if you're tired of waiting 30 minutes to get your beer, this bill can help you. If you're tired of waiting 2 weeks to see a doctor because there's a shortage of nurses, this bill can help you. If you're tired of waiting 2 months before your bathroom remodel, this bill can help you. So I think it does a lot of positive things, but there's a lot of work ahead. I'm excited to work with my partners.
Congressman, let me ask you about something else going on the border. That San Antonio Express News reporting recently that a state trooper, a medic state trooper, was saying that other DPS troopers were treating asylum seekers, migrants inhumanely. I'm curious about your reaction to that.
Yeah, it's all very tragic. And Jason, I represent 423 miles of the southern border. It's a large stretch. And I have seen this crisis continue to spiral. And I've seen people die, honestly, every single week, die and get injured along the border. It's very tragic. I'm hearing a lot of terrible stories, and it needs to stop. Regardless of somebody's legal status, we should all be there to protect children, to protect the vulnerable, regardless of what is happening. So I'm confident that leadership, state leadership, the governor and others if this is indeed goes down that route, that it's going to be corrected. We can't allow that to happen. We are a nation of laws, but we are also a compassionate nation, and we need to make sure that we protect others. Going back to the HIRE Act, I would love for somebody to not have to step 1 foot in water in the Rio Grande. Imagine if they could come over legally instead of having to be smuggled illegally over the river, through trains, in these tractor trailers. Imagine if they could legally get a work visa and come over here legally for economic purposes. I think if we can pass this HIRE Act, it could solve a lot of problems.
Congressman, we appreciate the time as always. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jason.